one of the biggest things that made me switch to the XRP army is that XRP and Ripple never backed down. Now, if you know the history, you know that I hated XRP at first. Now, I've come from an old school cryptocurrency where I thought Bitcoin was supposed to be transparent. There's not supposed to be any companies or corporations involved. I believe that XRP was the bad guy. Like so many people that are against XRP, especially the Bitcoin maxis, they believe that XRP is the devil because there's a company involved. Now XRP is separate from Ripple. I want to make that clear, but because Ripple has heavily involvement in not only choosing the verified validators, but they also are they own a large percentage of XRP, and they're very heavily involved in the development of XRP into the future and its success. People think that Ripple and XRP are inseparable, and that's somewhat true. And a lot of people did not like that, right? Including myself. But this lawsuit broke, I did not like the lawsuit. I feel like they just chose XRP because it was the easiest to go after, because there was a corporate structure behind it. Not XRP is separate from Ripple, but the corporate structure didn't go after somebody. It went after Ripple. And Ripple did sell the XRP to fund a lot of their business practices, which in a way could possibly make it a security, but almost every crypto did that from that point at that time. So it wasn't as bad as it looked like. When Ripple started fighting back, they fought, I really started liking XRP. I really started liking Ripple. And then like I said, I had a breakthrough moment. I was at a conference in 2000, I believe around 2019, 2021. I think it was before the lawsuit, really. It was right before the lawsuit. I met a banker at a crypto conference, and he made me see that XRP had a place in this market. So this is what we've been talking about all week. For 2 weeks, I've been telling you that the lawsuit's almost over. People said I was crazy, didn't know what I was talking about. Now, all the signs were there. If you can read between the lines, all the signs were there. Brad Garlinghouse is in the White House. XRP is mentioned in the crypto reserve. All of a sudden, Brad Garlinghouse shows up to the crypto summit. Now, you have to be very smart to realize what's happening. And I'm going to tell you the next thing that's happening is that Brad Garlinghouse and Trump are very closely connected. Now, I don't like Eric Trump. Now, I'll be honest with you. Like I said, I came out and said I like Trump for business and I like Trump for cryptocurrency. Everything else, I'm not going to argue with you because I'm not going to go either way because this is what I do. So I think Trump is better. He made some mistakes. I did not like the meme coin launch. I do not like some of the things that he's doing that traditionally presidents didn't do business-wise. Don't like that. But overall, I think he's probably better for crypto and probably better for business and the economy in the short term. Now, long term, I don't know. Short term, yeah. But I think his son is a little dirty, and I think Eric Trump is an opportunist. So now look at that situation like a businessman. Now, I can get mad. Eric Trump is doing some dirt. No, I'm saying, look, man, Eric Trump probably did do the launch of the meme coin. He probably did do some of this other stuff. Now, if I think he's dirty, which I think he is a little bit dirty, Brad Garlinghouse is a businessman. Now, businessmen are not bound by that political stuff, or he's going to do what's best for his company. Now, what I would do is I would give some money some type of way to Eric Trump, make sure I'm top of list when it comes to cryptocurrency and administration. Now, this has been happening since time immemorial, since the Roman Empire. Rob's got you political influence. Now, if I was Brad Garlinghouse, and I think he's a genius, I think that he got to Eric Trump, gave him some money. There's also a large transfer of XRP that happened last week. And I think that it was unknown wallet. Nobody knew where it came from. It was like 200 million. Now, I think that was somehow sent to the Trump family.